Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Tai Chi in the Park. We are here again at Evelyn's Park to continue our meditative walking series. Today we're going to be focusing on the heart center and doing some meditative movement to help clear the heart and to gain access to our intuition and insights. So clear some space to move forward and back, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So taking your feet about shoulder width distance apart and sinking down into your hips, bending the knees. And let's start with the breath. Inhaling the arms up. And exhale. Relaxing the scalp, the face, the neck. Front of the chest, abdomen, hips, thighs, knees, shins, tops of the feet, all relaxing down. Inhale. And moving down the back body, back of the shoulders, down to the lower back, back of the hips, thighs, knees, calves, heels, soles of the feet, and inhale. Exhale, relaxing the internal body, relaxing the mind, the throat, center of chest, center of abdomen, center of the legs and arms. And now that everything's relaxed, let's move energy up through the body, inhaling the arms up in front. And exhale. Letting the energy pool down around you. Now bringing your arms down by your side, letting the chin lower down, and inhale. Rolling the head over to one side, stopping over the shoulder, and rolling forward. Over to the other side. And coming back to center, and lifting the chin, rolling the shoulders up and back. And now let's get some energy moving around the heart center, around the heart and lungs. We're going to take the hands up. Open up through the elbows and down. Palms facing the chest. Nice deep breath in, opening up the rib cage. Exhale, squeezing it out. And now coming up to the top and reversing, drawing down the sternum. So we're opening up the front of the rib cage, but then also the back of the rib cage. Breathing into the side ribs. Loosening up those shoulder blades and bringing your hands to your chest and taking it from the heart down to the lower abdomen. All right, let the arms rest down by your side. We're going to circle the hands and reverse your circles. And now we're going to open up the spine, letting the chest sink down, curving the spine, and then dropping one shoulder. Inhale, lift the sternum. Dropping the other shoulder down, circling around to the front. Inhale as your chest lifts. Exhale as the front of the chest lowers down. Now let's reverse. Inhaling. Exhaling. So we're getting into some of that lateral flexion of the spine. Opening up some of the core muscles. And you can make these circles as big or as small as you'd like, and then roll up through the center and bring your feet together. Hands on the thighs, small circles with the knees. Rolling across the feet, into the heels, into the sides of the feet, into the arches, into the toes and balls of the feet. And reverse. And coming up through the center, spreading the feet apart and shifting the weight to one side, rolling on the ball of the foot. And reverse. Shifting weight to the other side. Opening up the sole of the foot, ankle, the arches, and reverse. And taking the weight evenly between both feet. Let's take a deep breath in. We're going to work on making that internal energetic connection with some cross-lateral internal movement. So we're going to bring the hands together and we're going to split them apart, making a V shape. So now the body is in the position of an X. And you're going to imagine that energy is moving from one arm down into the opposite leg and simultaneously here. And you're going to imagine that the sky or the ceiling is pressing down into your hands and the earth or the floor is pressing up into your feet. And you're holding it up like an X. And just take a few deep breaths here. And now bring it down. Bring some of that energy from the heaven down into the heart. Bring the hands around to the back side. We're going to practice that again, going down the legs. Bringing the hands up to center. Hands in front of the heart. Extending out into that V shape. Making the X shape with the body. And turning the toes out this time to open up the inner thighs. Slight bend in the elbows, slight bend in the knees, not locking out the joints. Feeling the weight of the heavens in your hands, the weight of the earth underneath your feet. And energy flowing from one hand down into the opposite foot. Both sides simultaneously. And draw the hands back in towards the heart, elbows down towards the navel. And one more time, going down the legs. And drawing up, hands to the heart, up and out. Softening the eyes, turning the gaze inwards, focusing on that cross-body, energetic movement. And coming back to the heart center. Bring the hands together. Relax your legs. Warm the hands up. And let's warm up the kidneys before we start our meditative walking. Warm hands to the lower back, rubbing up and down along the spine. Taking some deep breaths in. And taking the hands out in front, toes turned out slightly, widening your stance, hands out in front of the heart. Elbows are sinking as though they're resting on a ball. And so you want there to be this nice open line from the neck, down the shoulder, to the elbow, and then it rises up again into the hands. Bending the knees to open the hips. And we're going to shift our weight to one side and post. So one leg is empty of weight. You should be free to move that leg if you wanted to. And your standing leg is going to be slightly bent. And you want to make sure that you're not leaning back your shoulders. Keep the shoulders right over the hips and the hip right over the heel. And take note of your standing leg. And you're going to extend the opposite arm out, half an inch, maybe an inch. Not very much. But you're just going to start to feel more energy in that extended arm. So one arm is going to be passive, the other arm is going to be more active. Feeling a little bit fuller of energy. And breathe. And just allowing any energy at the heart, any excessive energy, to sink down into the lower abdomen. Building internal strength through stillness. So you probably feel that standing leg, maybe burning a little bit. We're going to come back to center. The hands are going to come even with each other. And just notice if you're feeling more tension on one side of the body than the other. See if you can relax that excessive tension. And now we're going to shift the weight to the other side and post, opening up to the 45-degree angle. Taking note of your alignment between your heel, your hip, and your shoulder. Lengthening up through the crown, sinking down through the hips. And now extending the opposite arm from the standing leg. The leg that's bearing all the weight. And so as we're standing, we're just allowing all of the systems of the body to integrate. So that they can work together harmoniously. And so that we can build up any areas that have become weak or stagnant. And now coming back to center, hands are even in front of the chest. Take a nice deep breath in. And slowly, with control, let the arms come down. All right, deep breath in. And exhale. So now we're going to take this cross-lateral internal movement and start walking with it. So taking a few steps back, bringing the heels together, toes turned out, standing nice and tall, feeling symmetry between the left and right, the front and back body, aligned up through the center, sinking down, simultaneously lifting up. Let's take a deep breath in, bring the arms up in front of the chest, and exhale, sink down. Shifting the weight, stepping forward, and as you shift your weight forward, we're going to extend the opposite arm. So the opposite arm of the front leg is going to extend out. And we're going to open up. But one arm is going to open up more than the other. And post, bring it together. Stepping out. Extend. And post, coming together. Step out. And post. And you may notice that your eyes are going to want to follow the extended arm, the arm that's carrying more energy. And we're just adding another level of cross-body movement with the eyes. Relaxing the belly. Staying quiet and steady in the upper body. As the lower body softly moves. Now let's take a step back. We're shifting the weight into the back leg and extending the opposite arm. and post. When we post, stay low. Taking a step back, shifting the weight, extending the opposite arm, and coming together. Step back, open up, take a deep breath, and exhale. Come together. And now stepping forward. Go ahead and keep stepping forward. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see from this perspective. And post. Step. Shift the weight. Extend. If your right foot is coming forward, your left arm extends out a little further. And post, coming together. And now stepping back. If you're shifting into your right leg, the left arm extends. And post. And so as we move slowly and simply, we release deeply held tension. And this can give us access to more energy and help reintegrate the mind and body. And one more step back. And post. All right, and bring the arms down. Let's shake out the arms in case the arms are getting a little tired. Roll the shoulders. Take some deep breaths. And let's try again. Open and close the hands. Heels together, toes turned out. Inhale the arms up in front of the heart. And sinking down. Shifting the weight. Stepping forward, reaching with the heel. Shift the weight over the center of the foot. In our previous videos, we've been focusing on our alignment. Improving our agility. And now that we have our alignment, we can focus on opening up. Letting our energy settle so that we can feel and think more clearly. Feeling more balance between the mind and body. One more step forward. And coming together. And our retreating step, stepping back. helping to balance the left and right side brain. And coming back to center, releasing the arms down. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And just noticing how a short, simple practice like this can really affect how we feel, affect our state of mind. So let's do a little self-massage to break up any stagnation or blockages that might be still there. We're going to tap back of the hand. And down the inside of the arm. Warming up the hands. And tapping lower back. Hips. Down the outside of the legs, back of the knees. Even the tops of the feet. Up the inside of the legs, inside of the knees, inside of the thighs, tapping the belly. And take a deep breath in. Notice your breath here. And ending with a heart-centered meditation, bringing one hand over the other, over the center of the chest. If you'd like to, you can close your eyes or just keep them partially open. And imagine that you're breathing out, in and out through the front of your chest, in and out through the back of the chest. In and out through the sides of the chest. And possibly out in all directions. It's just expanding and contracting. And encouraging that connection between the heart and the mind. Letting the heart influence our thoughts, influence our perceptions, influence our understanding. And letting the hands come down below the navel, taking a few breaths here, allowing this area to open, allowing energy from the heart to sink down, be rooted and grounded. So that we feel stable and fully connected to our body. Let's take a deep breath in, inhaling the arms up. And we'll close our practice with our salute, bringing the feet together, inhaling the arms up, hands together. Taking our two hands to two L's, interlocking the hands together, coming together of mind and body, heaven and earth, to create peace, harmony, balance, and good health. Thank you all so much for those of you practicing with us here today at Evelyn's Park, and for those of you who are practicing with us at home. I hope you'll continue to follow us here on Facebook, our Tai Chi in the Park page, as well as our YouTube channel for more videos. I look forward to seeing you again. Until then, stay safe, take care, Dao On, wishing you peace on your path.